Hello, Class here, Dead Cells. Yeah, this is the start of roguelike Saturdays, but every time I start a new game, the focus is going to be on the game first. I did start a new save slot, so this is going to be basically a fresh file. And yeah, we can jump. We have a main weapon. And we wouldn't happen to be a headless chap now, would we? Alright, yeah. Well, nothing to say for yourself? Oh. Well, yes, I see the problem. Suppose you didn't think you'd find yourself back here. Surely you must have noticed. You can no longer die. I still don't understand. It was like this with the others for a while. Okay. So, now that's all the plot setup we get. We're in the real game now. Besides our weapon attacks, we can jump, we can double jump, we have this air slam thing. I'll pretty much do that whenever I'm coming down from somewhere, because not only can it deal damage around you and stun enemies, no, we can roll through that, but we don't have the capability to interact with vines. Yeah, not only can it damage and stun enemies, it also prevents you from, I kind of want to demo what happens if you fall a great distance without doing the slam. Yeah, you can get stunned yourself. Alright, we got our first skill. You can carry, obviously, well, somewhat obviously, 2 skills and 2 weapons. Oh, Scroll of Power. It can improve a stat. I'll talk about this more later. I'm still talking about skills and stuff. Yeah, skills are basically free. They just have a cooldown of like a few seconds. And they do things. And obviously one of my weapons right now is a shield. I had the option of a bow. But I don't like the bows. There are other ranged weapons I do like, I just don't like bows. I think the firebrand is actually my favorite weapon in the game. It's just this fire grenade thing, basically. Oh! I got hit, so it gave me the tip that you can roll. Yeah, rolling lets you go through enemies, very handy against shield enemies. See, I can't interact with that thing yet. Oh, a blueprint. Ow. Yeah, let's maybe be farther from the crowd. Pick up the blueprint. You can rub the thing. Doesn't do anything. Let's see. Yeah, I guess there's not much more to say about skills. They have various effects. Weapons do things. So I can talk about stats. There are 3 colors of stat, and they enhance the damage of whatever has the same background color as them. I can buy another Scroll of Power so we can see the stats again. So Brutality increases the power of red equipment, Tactics increases the power of violet equipment, Survival increases green, and for those split things like the bear trap I have, only whichever of the 2 stats is higher applies. I'm just going to raise Brutality again. One other thing you may have noticed is that I would have gotten, or I did get less health because I picked Brutality than the other stats. As you pick more of the same stat, they're diminishing returns. Wait, have I? Yeah. So, there are also other effects that the stats have, but you have to pick up mutators between floors. The stats used to innately do a few of the things. Okay, I don't have the Vine Rune. Okay, that's why I didn't come up here. The light Metroidvania aspects of this game have betrayed me. So, I guess I did still get 2 Scrolls of Power. That's kind of standard for floor 1. Let's see. So, yes, us again. Interesting. You're the collector and about the closest thing to company we'll get down here. In exchange for cells we pillage from foes, you You can provide a few useful items. If we uncover blueprints, you can provide us with more experimental things. We're forced to get Health Flask 1 first. I don't know, Health Flask we can use at any time. I could unlock the Blood Sword, or I could unlock the ability to conserve 3,000 gold when I die. I think I will get the gold conservation. Alright. And we get to choose a mutator. We've been picking up Brutality, so I don't know, the health by 30% might not be bad. And yeah, these effects get bigger as you level their stat more. I think the stats used to innately have these specific mutators on them. We can actually get blueprints later from more mutators as well, and then unlock them using cells. But yeah, I've been leveling Brutality, so let's get the Brutality mutator. Let's see. Trying to think if there's much else to talk about the game itself. Let's see. Oh yeah, I don't have the spider rune. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Spikes exist in this game? Oh, I'm like probably not. Oh, hey, there was a thing down here. That's a timed door. The one on this area always requires you to have made it within 2 minutes. And we're at 3 minutes into our run. Kind of to motivate you to go fast. There would have been a bunch of cells in there, as well as a scroll of power. Yeah, eventually we'll meet enemies that are less easy to hit stun, by the way. Oh, also, although ultimately color determines everything in terms of what stats are good for what, I'll remark that generally, Brutality is going to increase the power of melee weapons. Tactics is related to ranged weapons and skills. And then Survival is kind of shields plus a few miscellaneous things. So I'm kind of anticipating we'll eventually have skills in both of our skill slots, and that they'll both scale off of purple, if nothing else. Yeah, also the teleporters, I haven't commented on them, but they're convenient. Ah, man, I wish I had the money for Firebrands 3 right now. So yeah, you often don't have to spend too much time backtracking places. Oh boy, it's those stupid things. That kind of refers to a joke I made with myself while not recording, where I was like, man, I hate those things. They're called stupid things now. I know it's like a shield dummy or something. Actually, I guess I don't know that. I'm sure it has a name in the enemy list. Yeah, shields nearby enemies, kind of annoying. Yeah, it's faster to jump over the elevator and slam than to actually take the elevator if it's already at the bottom. Oh. Yeah, even if you don't parry, enemies do take a little damage when they hit the shield. And of course it scales off your survival stat. Oh, can't use those. I'll talk about all the things I can't use yet once I actually am able to use one of them. Twin Daggers 2 or an Ice Grenade 3? Well, actually, one's a weapon that can replace my Rusty Sword. Oh, I was only given a choice. I don't think I've seen this type of room before. It must be new. Alright, but here's a vine that we can't interact with. And this is going to take us to an elite that gives us the vine power. Let's see, I don't want to heal right now. Toss out a bear trap. Pow. We got a really nice weapon, and the bear trap was also convenient. That should have been a bit harder. Vine rune. this rune permanently gives you the ability to grow climbable vines. So even on future runs after I die, I will have that power. And that also means that in the first area, we can grow vines. There's always at least one vine, and it's always in the way of the alternate exit to floor 1. The prisoner's cells, I think it's called. And the alternate exit goes to the toxic sewers. So there's quite a tree of areas that you can do. So yeah, I didn't really read the description of this item out loud, but the third hit crits. That's how we dealt with that elite archer so fast. Oh, roll. Okay. I guess I could have tried to parry, but he was invincible anyway. Wait, did they, like, add more iframes? Oop, that was all kinds of terrible. Okay, drink our health potion. Come up here while we have the damage bonus. Okay, yeah, elite spawn enemies. I kind of just tanked that. And Nutcracker 4. Yeah, drops from elites are always the floor number +2 in strength. So it's a 4 item. I don't really like the Nutcracker though. It's kind of slow. Oh, recover 1% of your life with each melee attack, but take 2.5x damage. I definitely don't want it. Let's see. Yeah, bats when they're folded up can't be harmed by most things, as far as I can tell. But they are harmed by the downward slam move. Oh, that's inconvenient. Walked into range of the thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, right stick scrolls the map. I'm just checking to make sure I haven't missed a scroll of power. Besides the one behind the timed door, of course. I'd be able to break through this floor if I had the correct rune for it. Let's see, the other runes, I pointed out those things that just like make electricity when I touch them. Let's actually not do this encounter at all. It's not while they're nearby the thing. Oh, here's the rose. Now we have a rose key. There was a locked door earlier, but you need 3 rose keys, and I don't have enough runes to actually get all of them. If you do the thing, it unlocks a blueprint. Yeah, there are a bunch of doors in the background. We can't do anything with them yet. Or not a bunch, but we've seen a couple. There was one with 3 circles on it. We might have seen one earlier with 1 circle on it. Oh, I don't have the spider rune, so I can't go this way. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was talking about the doors with circles. After we defeat the final boss, we'll get the ability to raise the difficulty. And for each time the difficulty has been increased, we can open a door with 1 circle on it. So if your difficulty is at +3, you can open doors with 3 circles. Let's see. Also, in order to keep all these blueprints we're picking up, we do have to beat the floor and talk to the collector. Both of those things. Once I beat a floor and then didn't talk to the collector, because I was trying to save my cells for a later thing, because there's not just blueprint unlocks. And then I died and lost my blueprint. Alright. Oh, I guess I should have gone to the right first. It won't actually help us in any way, but I'd like to point out a thing. So the end of the ramparts If you have the rune that lets you interact with this to teleport to the other one, we could go to the ossuary. But because we don't have that rune, for now, we are forced upward to the ramparts. Also, we can come down here and get money. And then hit the call switch and make sure not to get crushed by the elevator, because that does hurt. At least I'm pretty sure it hurts. See, isn't there like a secret here too? Maybe we would need something. Alright, so this is going pretty well. Well, you're back. All our blueprints get turned in. Honestly, most of this is pretty unexciting. I kind of want to just work towards Health Flask 2. Actually, the Oiled Sword is an item I really like. Not as much as the Frantic Sword. Upon death, victims freeze nearby enemies for 1.8 seconds. And since it's an Oiled Sword 3, it has plus 25% damage. It's worse damage per second than my Twin Daggers 2. I think I'll keep my Twin Daggers, but they're unlocked. We can see them on future runs. Still haven't found a second skill. Maybe I'll take the increased health? I was thinking of the cooldown delay. Actually, I think I'll go with the cooldown delay. The bear trap's gonna help us during the next boss fight. Or the first boss fight, rather. Yep. So it turns out we're not quite high enough to get to the ramparts. There's another elevator in the collector's area. Also, I'm just gonna have that rose key I picked up forever because I didn't go open a lock. Well, forever meaning until I die. It's not quite as permanent as a rune. Let's see. So I mentioned difficulties. One really notable thing once you start raising the difficulties is that enemies are going to be more difficult to hit stun. In this game, we've pretty much been able to run up to most enemies and destroy them so far. That's going to change. I mean, like the basic zombies will still hit stun well enough. Is that that's firebrands. I will actually replace my shield for that. It's like, of course I'm going to pick up my favorite weapon in the game, but I still like having a sword with it. How long? Let's see, it was sealed 2 minutes 53 seconds ago. Too bad. Oh, I thought there was a roll-through spot there. Gonna kill you first, because you shoot through walls. See, we can inflict burning while he's blocking in our direction. So it's nice for the shield guys. And it's just a spammable ranged weapon. All the bows in this game have ammo. That you recover either after a long time or after defeating the enemy that your arrow got stuck in. Oh, I can't set him on fire in the water though. Yeah, I don't know how many iframes the roll has on it, but like plenty. Let's see, I think that's where we would have gotten to if we had gotten through the speed door. Oh, there are 2 scrolls of power. And that container with 21 cells in it. So if you're trying to farm cells, going fast is very much to your advantage. But of course, after picking up those, you still have to finish the floor. Because I guess one thing I've neglected to mention is that when you die, you lose all your cells that you're carrying. Is there something down? I don't think so. I think if I fell down, I would just take a bit of damage. Well, actually, it is a moderate amount. And then Be teleported up. Okay, I don't have the floor rune. Whatever it's actually called. I don't think it's called floor. Let's see. Since it gives me way more health, I'm just gonna go with survival. We haven't really been picking up skills. And also, Bear Trap isn't really valued for its damage. I guess we would have improved our cooldown a bit had we gotten it. Ow. Yep, we're giving the tip to heal because we're low on health, but now our potion's empty. You can refill it between floors, though. This looks kind of awful. Yep. Not sure how I let him hit me twice. Ah! I guess the firebrands don't stun them well enough. Alright, here I can at least slam through some of them. Well, that didn't go as well as I thought. Alright. Spread fire, kill them all. I think this scroll of power, I might get tactics? Yeah. Yeah, waited just a moment for the guy to turn his back to me. Oh, shield bearer elite. Alright, you're summoning dudes. I respect that. Alright, got him with the bear trap. I should have tried to use it on him earlier. Ah, I dropped an amulet. It's strictly better than the starting amulet. Yeah. Brutality +1, damage taken -20%, damage from projectiles reduced, and we get extra money when we get cells. Of course, since I don't have the teleport rune, I believe there's going to be a mandatory elite on this floor. Yeah, that elite fight on the oh wait, we can go to the Black Bridge. Maybe it's the next floor? Or maybe it's just optional. Let's see. What was I saying? I don't know. Wait, was there a teleport thing? There was. That was probably still faster than climbing the rest of the way back up. But yeah, on the previous floor, that elite we fought won't be there anymore because we already have the Vine Rune. Although we can still have random elites, like there could be random sword guy just anywhere. Also, I think elites are the only source of amulets. However, an elite that drops a rune, I believe, only drops a rune. Yeah, our health's looking a little dire at this point. So, what is this elite fight? Because all the ones that give runes are pre-planned. Oh, Scroll of Power. Glad I at least explored around a bit more before going to the Black Bridge. We'll get more brutality because we have the choice. Yeah, maybe it's just a different area that you get the teleport rune. Let's see. Yeah, none of the enemies are starred. An enemy will be starred on the map if it happens to be carrying a Scroll of Power. Or one of the other scrolls, like the Minotaur Scroll, or... all the two-color scrolls have names. Yeah, I like to keep my main stat about double my other stats, at least. I don't know if I like this fight. Oh, they're chasing. Okay. There's a shop down there, I can tell from the red on the map. I'm just gonna retreat and turn in my cells and blueprints. Oh, wait a minute. That's a hole, isn't it? Yes. Wait, teleport things. There is in fact a teleport next to the entrance to the Black Bridge. Oh, wait, is it him that gives the teleport rune? The Black Bridge is a boss fight. Oh, right, I think I just wanted to say that support was a mutator. Or a mutation, or whatever. You can choose another one. Guess I'll get the 30% extra health. I think that didn't used to exist when I last played this game, even. This game is, of course, still in early access. You could have seen that at the start. Alright, first boss. The incomplete one. Glad the bear traps deploy 2 at a time. Oh, come on. I wanted to actually get a sword combo in for good damage. Yep. Yeah, that aura hurts. I'm not gonna get... Oh, right. And he has that attack. Ah! Keep trying to roll through him as he deploys the aura. I don't want to get cornered. Thank you, Bear Trap, for making sure he doesn't wall me in while he has the aura. Alright. We keep preventing his leap attack with these bear traps. I'm actually surprised they let them work on bosses. Ow! So yeah, there's some possibility that it's my favorite skill in the game, just for what it does to bosses. Of course, that means I don't like the design, but as a player, I'm forced to like anything that's optimal. Oh, right, the challenge rune. This unlocks daily challenges. And I think it also unlocks challenge rooms within the game. I've never actually beat one. They're like all timed challenges that require you to both not get hit and eliminate a bunch of weak enemies within a time limit. Oh, there's a timed door here, which sealed 2 minutes and 19 seconds ago. Hey, Crawler. You're kind of small. Made it here alive, though. Well, alive. That's one way of looking at things. I'm the blacksmith. I work here with the collector, fellow. Feel like upgrading your equipment? Just hand her a few cells. So this lets us basically permanently upgrade items. Every time we find them in future runs, they will have a plus sign on them. I'm gonna start working on the firebrands. And then there's also the collector here, and we want to turn in that heavy crossbow blueprint, so that next time we beat that boss, he'll drop a different blueprint. I think he has like 2 or 3 that he can drop. Let's see. And we don't have the spider rune, so we are forced to the fog fjord. Alright. Oh! New types of bats. They explode. And have fewer hit points than the other bats, which I'm glad for. Ow. That guy apparently doesn't hit stun very well. No, it's another timed door. 1 minute, 11 seconds ago. Yeah, I mean, we could see that from the sign on the door, but I didn't know what the timer on that door was. Only the first timer I have memorized. Ah, you can even turn. Oh, wait, no, the bear trap hit the other enemy. I was saying you can even turn while you're bear trapped. Okay, he died from the fall. Which apparently drops his loot where he fell from. Oh, the cannonball! I rolled into it then. Oh, I didn't kill him, also. Yeah, I don't really like being next to those guys. Oh, it spawned 3 this time. So yeah, I'm not liking my chances for success on this floor with still just the level 1 healing potion. Oh, where'd you come from? Alright, spreading some fire before popping those guys seems pretty effective. There's apparently a chest in here. I like chests. Oh, they can like rise out of the floor or something. Ah, my fire expired. Yeah, didn't pay enough attention to the zombie. Oh, I found a cursed treasure. I don't think I want to mess with that. Hey, you there, open me. I think cursed treasures might actually also be able to be amulets. But you get cursed. The curse is that, if you get hit before you kill 10 enemies, you die. So there I would have just died. Of course, I would have probably played more cautiously. Stood back and thrown more firebrands or something. There was a key there. I think I might need that key. Also, did I... Okay, I didn't get close enough to that cell to pick it up. Oh. There's the little money spawn from our amulet effect. Right. It's over there. Don't know if I really want to fight everybody. Of course, I don't know if I want to make a big train of bats either. I want that scroll of power, definitely. Oh, it explodes! I don't think I can crawl in there. Wait, this is a shop. This isn't where I was trying to get to at all. Anyway, we'll pick up an oiled sword for. Applies flammable oils to victims, enemies burn when they die, throws a grenade. So yeah, if I melee attack, then there's a slight cooldown on the effect, but it throws grenades. Because why not? Alright, the key was down there. But how do I get to that scroll of power? Oh, can I actually just make that jump? So yeah, the old sword I think is a little faster than our previous sword as well, which is nice. Just get me out of that. Oh. I think that cannonball is still going to be there once we're done in here. Alright, there's a key. Village key. Okay. It phased through us. We didn't die. Oh, one of them hit the fire and died. Yep, now we needed a village key there. I don't think he can get me from up here. His ranged attack doesn't quite work. Up height differences. Is that a... I don't know what's through that door. Oh! See, I don't actually know what the oil status does exactly. I assume it synergizes with fire in some way. Oh, I don't have the teleport rune, by the way. It hasn't changed. Oh, and we're dead. Yeah, the firebrands don't keep you safe against all enemy types, it turns out. And they don't hit stun those guys as well as melee weapons do. Back already? Well, it doesn't seem to be going all that well for you. Have you noticed how everything seems a little different each time? One could think the island is alive. I wonder if... What do you make of all this? Well, there's our dead man's purse, because we got the upgrade that lets us keep some money when we die. And, if we were to come out here, there's the other starting stuff, and then as soon as you break that door open, you're on a new run. But that will be it for this part. I think in the next part I'm going to continue to play Dead Cells, and then I'll be able to explain more about what I mean for the time slot. Because I feel like whenever I start a new game, I have to focus on the game and like explain what it's all about and stuff. But that'll be it for this part. See ya!